Sperm whale, the monster that comes after killer whales. Perhaps you already know what a killer whale is. Also called orcas, killer whales are one of the largest dolphins, and they're also one of the most beautiful predators across the globe. However, what comes after them? Well, you may not have heard about it, but you also don't know how strong these animals are. It's none other than sperm whales. Distinguished for their massive heads and rounded foreheads, sperm whales are the largest of the toothed whales. And while other whale species are considered endangered, sperm whales have one of the widest global distributions of any marine mammal species. Later, as we go through this video, we'll get to know more about these monsters that come after killer whales, so make sure to stay with us till the end. Going back to our main topic, let's answer the question you may have in mind right now. Why are sperm whales named sperm whales in the first place? Well, it's because of a waxy substance called spermaceti that can be found in their heads. Spermaceti is an oil sac that was once believed to be sperm. However, scientists still don't have a clear idea of how it functions. But the most common theory is that spermaceti helps the sperm whales alter their buoyancy so they can dive deep and rise again. However, spermaceti is also the main reason that they became a popular target in the whaling industry from the 1800s to 1987, since spermaceti is used in oil lamps, candles, and lubricants. Due to the efforts of several organizations to protect sperm whales, their population gradually increased over the years. Let's take a look at the appearance of these sea creatures. Present in all deep oceans, from the equator to the border of the Arctic and Antarctic, sperm whales can be identified for their extremely large head that occupies about 1/3 of their total body length. In fact, they have the largest brain of any creature known to have existed on Earth. They are mostly dark gray, although there have been some white patches on their belly. Sperm whales are the only living cetaceans with a single blowhole asymmetrically located on the left side of the crown of their head. They also have wrinkly skin behind their head. The inside of their mouth is white and their lower jaw is narrow with about 20 to 26 large teeth on each side, weighing about 1 kilo each. Meanwhile, the teeth in their upper jaw rarely break through the gums. When it comes to their body, sperm whales have paddle-like flippers that are small in comparison to the size of their body. Their flukes are triangular and they also have small dorsal fins that are low, thick, and rounded. Sperm whales utilize the highly advanced echolocation system that allows them to navigate in the water. They also do deep dives at about 2,000 feet or 610 meters underwater and can last for about 45 minutes. Among all sea creatures, their favorite food is the giant squid. They can even dive up to 3,280 feet or 1,000 meters just to search for them. And even if a giant squid is over 10 meters in length, it still won't win against a sperm whale. Sure, they may end up putting up a good fight and leave some scars on the sperm whales, but they still will end up getting eaten. Aside from the giant squid, sperm whales also love to eat smaller squids, fish, crustaceans, octopus, and even deep-dwelling sharks. In general, they eat about 1 ton of fish and squid per day. Sperm whales are usually spotted in groups of 15 to 20 individuals called pods. Pods comprise females and their offspring. On the other hand, males can travel solo and can move from one group to another. All year long, females and their young stay in tropical or subtropical waters where they practice sharing childcare duties. Males go alone or in groups of higher latitudes before returning to the equator to breed. Sperm whales can travel across the oceans at a speed of around 23 miles per hour or 37 kilometers per hour. This is due to their remarkable fluke, which is around 16 feet or 4.9 meters from tip to tip. They also emit a series of clangs to communicate or for echolocation. What this means is that they emit sounds that travel underwater until they come into contact with objects, at which point they are bound back to their senders. This reveals the location, size, and shape of their target. As mentioned earlier, sperm whales can be found in all the world's oceans. However, unlike the baleen whales, sperm whales' migration patterns are unpredictable. There are populations that have different migration patterns by life history status. Males migrate into temperate waters while females and their young remain in tropical waters. Female sperm whales reach sexual maturity when they're around 9 years of age. During this time, their growth slows down and they're already capable of producing calves once every 5 to 7 years. Their gestation period is around 14 to 16 months, and when a single calf is born, it will be around 13 feet long or 4 meters. Before they reach 1 year old, calves can already eat solid food. However, they still will nurse for several years. Males, on the other hand, are marginally larger than females for the first 10 years of their life. They continue to grow until they reach full physical maturity around 50 years. For males, puberty can be prolonged and may last between the ages of 10 to 20 years old. Although males are sexually mature at this age, they often participate in breeding when they're already in their late 20s. Typically, the lifespan of sperm whales is 70 years, although some may even live beyond that. But let's see if the sperm whales can get the killer whales. We mentioned earlier how strong killer whales are, and by now you also know how powerful sperm whales can be. But since both of these sea creatures forage for the same food, what happens when the two fight over a morsel of food in the ocean? Before that, let's briefly talk about some important factors that differentiate these two from one another. First is size. Sperm whales are definitely much larger than killer whales. Killer whales are faster than sperm whales. These sea creatures can move up to 30 miles per hour or 49 kilometers per hour in the water, and they can also maintain that speed for a while. On the other hand, sperm whales have an average speed of 4 miles per hour or 6.4 kilometers per hour, but they can burst at around 23 miles per hour or 37 kilometers per hour. When it comes to defending themselves, both killer whales and sperm whales have similar approaches. Female and young sperm whales are most likely to live in groups, so it's hard for their enemies to kill them. In addition, their size protects them from being attacked. On the other hand, killer whales live in groups as well, and their speed enables them to escape from potential danger. Here, sperm whales have better defense than killer whales. Now let's talk about their offensive capabilities. Sperm whales have 3 advantages. First, they have 60 massive teeth. Second, they have huge tails that can kill other sea creatures in a single hit. And third, their clicking sounds can stun prey. Meanwhile, killer whales also have strong teeth and tails, but their size allows them to be more agile. So while the sperm whales have better offensive capabilities, killer whales are able to utilize their weapons more effectively. Overall, a lone sperm whale can be victorious over a killer whale in a one-on-one fight. Perhaps the only way for a killer whale to win is to bite the sperm whale non-stop while dodging its counterattacks. However, it doesn't mean that it'll be an easy fight for the sperm whales either. Since their teeth and jaws aren't great for biting and tearing animals, it will take time for them to win over the killer whales. In addition, their tail strikes may not be too effective since killer whales move pretty fast. Most probably, the encounter will end when the killer whale escapes, realizing it can't win over its enemy. And there you have it, all the information you need to know about sperm whales, the monster that comes after killer whales. Among all the things we talked about, what information shocked you the most? Or perhaps you have other facts about these sea creatures that you want to share with us. Feel free to comment below. If you find this video helpful, make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And be sure to share it with your family and friends who you think might be interested in this topic. Lastly, don't forget to click the notification button as well so you'll be notified once we upload new videos. This has been WildFacts. Thanks for staying with us till the end and hope to see you again in the next video.